Welcome back to Prestige Legal Group, your go to source for all things related to international education and migration. Today, we are delving into the latest developments in Australia's migration landscape, where visa rejection rates have skyrocketed in relevance to student visas. The recent changes in Australian migration settings have led to a significant uptick in visa rejection rates, particularly for international students applying for study visas. As reported by the various sources, including the Sydney Morning Herald, more than 1 in 5 international students have had their visa applications rejected in the last 2 quarters of 2023. The rejection rates have soared even higher for applications from key sending markets such as Pakistan, India, and Nepal. The new academic year just around the corner, the Australian universities are experiencing a surge in international student applications for 2024. However, despite the high demand, the number of students entering Australia is expected to plummet due to the historical low visa approval rates. According to the recent government data, the approval rates for student visa applications has dropped significantly. Whilst it stood at well over 90% for the past 15 years, it's plummeted to 82% last year. In particular, the approval rate for vocational education hit a low of 70% in the 6 months leading to December 2023. This downward trend is projected to result in around 90,000 fewer student visa approvals in the financial year 23-24 compared to the previous year. The Australian government, led by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, is taking measures to curb the influx of migrants, especially international students deemed non-genuine. With over 510,000 migrants arriving in Australia in the period 2022-2023, including 270,000 international students, efforts are underway to address the housing crisis and alleviate cost of living pressures. Australia's new migration strategy introduced stricter requirements, including a genuine student test and higher thresholds of English proficiency and financial savings. However, there's growing concerns over the lack of transparency in the visa decision-making process. Some students have reportedly been refused visas based on their home country's economic conditions rather than their qualifications or intention to study. The surge in visa rejections is not only affecting students, but it's also putting pressure on Australian institutions. Under the new settings, institutions categorized as higher risk face slower visa processing times. Consequently, some institutions are rescinding admission offers to students deemed unlikely to obtain a visa approval. This uncertainty has led to confusion and disruptions in the international education sector. Institutions are now scrambling to mitigate the impact of the visa rejections and maintain their recruitment targets. Some universities, like the University of Wollongong and La Trobe University, have withdrawn admission offers to students considered at risk of visa refusal. Others have narrowed down their source countries and paused applications from high-risk markets to improve the visa approval rates. Now, as the situation unfolds, affected students are facing significant financial losses and disruptions to their academic plans. There are concerns about the long-term implications for Australia's reputation as a study destination. Industry stakeholders are urging for government intervention to restore balance and ensure fair treatment of international students. Well, that's a wrap for today's discussion on Australia's visa rejection rates and the impact on international education. Stay tuned to Prestige Legal Group for more updates on migration and education trends. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for the latest content. We shall see you in the next video.